The next big thing in advertising may actually already be in your hand. Welcome to Digits. I'm Simon Constable, and we've got Ambarish Mitra. He is from Blippar, and he's the guy who's behind this big move in advertising. Thanks for being here, sir.
Thank you.
You've come in all the way from London. We appreciate that too. So how does this relate to the next big thing in advertising, which is three-dimensional, I understand?
Absolutely. So what Blippar does is it makes existing above-the-line media interactive. It allows brands to convert all its physical assets like products, outdoor ads, press ad, television ads, all of that into instant digital content. So you've got your
smartphone in your hand, and you're going to point it at an ad.
You point it in an ad, and it instantly comes to life. And this is a great piece of, you can see, Iron Man content, which pretty much came out of today's Metro newspaper.
This is one of the free newspapers here in New York.
Absolutely, and it has several blippable sections. So whether it's daily polls or additional videos, it's a great way for publishers or brands to bridge whatever they have in the physical world to their digital content.
And so when you look at that, you're actually looking at something quite different, things like maybe special offers, things like that, and more detail about the products, right?
It's a huge value add because all these mediums are pretty one-way push mediums, and today users are already used to getting a lot more, and they have Facebook and YouTube, all those platforms, which is always driving a behavior of high data consumption by users. And what Blippar does is actually, the physical world still exists. Products are not going anywhere. We're still going to be drinking, Coca-Cola out of Coke cans. But imagine
and in New York, very small cans here in New York, because Mayor Bloomberg doesn't like the big ones. Carry on, though.
Yeah, but what Blippar enables both users and brands to actually get something more value add out of things you're seeing. And imagine the world is heading towards a very sensory-based information highway here. We are used to typing, but 2 years down the line, people won't be. They will be pretty much pointing their phones or glasses at things and getting information. I mean,
now, what about for the advertiser? Because that is, of course, where advertising is paid for. The advertiser pays for either a print ad or, in your case, to make it blippable, right?
Yeah.
Are they finding good return on investment there? Because if you advertise and you don't get anyone buying the stuff, it doesn't really work, does it?
Yeah, it's Blippar is adding significant return on investment for our existing advertisers. We are working with pretty much every leading brand worldwide, from Nestle to Coca-Cola to Unilever, P&G, Budweiser. And one thing common among all of them is they spend millions to billions in advertising. But think about it, all those mediums are not interactive mediums. They are static mediums, like your press ad right here. Now the big difference is you would do this press ad irrespective of Blippar or no Blippar. But what happens when you make it blippable, instantly the user is actually engaging with that piece of content and whatever you're trying to drive there. So instead of a 5-second instant like a browse through interaction, it becomes a 3-minute engagement, and that 3-minute engagement is very, very valuable to a brand.
Now, some of these very, very big advertisers, like the car companies, like the cosmetic companies, you're right, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money to spend, some enormous marketing and advertising budgets, but they're also fairly conservative as it comes to new ideas. Did you find resistance when you took this to them and said, here's something, we've got something newfangled, how about it? Give us some money and we'll help you with it. How did they react? Did they say thanks, but come back when you tried somebody else?
The technology is very attractive to brands. They had never seen anything like this before work at such a speed, so it was a huge advantage for us to start with. But they understood the value add straight away. They saw their ads working instantly. So I mean, I can give you a great case study of L'Oreal campaign which we did in America. And the original idea was to just put a QR code and push the user into another mobile website. But with Blippar, what L'Oreal was able to do, women could actually, and men, could virtually try on nail polish on their physical hands.
Did you try on nail polish on your hands?
I did.
You did.
I've become an expert at it. You could try on 40 shades, but what was the result out of it was L'Oreal was able to find out which was the top 10 out of those 40 shades shades so that they could shelf their products accordingly in retail stores. And 250,000 women interacted with it, and each interaction lasted 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Instead of 5 seconds, which is what you had before.
Yeah.
So that looks like you think this is going to overtake everything in print ads.
Everything. Basically, this is the only available technology today which lets brands connect to one user in different contexts above all the existing above the line media spending they're doing. We are the unifying factor, and we add context to those interactions.
And nail polish sometimes for you. Thank you very much. Ambarish Mitra making his debut on Digits. He's from Blippar. I'm Simon Constable, and that was Digits.